The process by which adults come into the church has come to be known as the rite of Christian initiation of adults. Who is the process for? The unbaptized. The primary focus of the rite of Christian initiation of adults is on those who are not already Christian and have not been catechized. The baptized but uncatechized. Those who have been baptized either as Catholics or as members of another Christian community but did not receive further catechetical formation or instruction. These typically have also not celebrated confirmation nor Eucharist. Those seeking full Catholic communion. These are baptized, practicing Christians from other denominations who seek entry into the Catholic Church. In the case of children who have reached the age of reason, the proper priest should be consulted for confirmation about baptism and the other sacraments of initiation. The rite of Christian initiation of adults is not for adult candidates for confirmation who have already received their first Eucharist in the Catholic Church. They should have their own formation process and be confirmed at a celebration other than the Easter Vigil. What does the process look like? The rite of Christian initiation is based on the principle that the process of conversion proceeds gradually in stages. Progress from one stage to the next is marked by a liturgical celebration in the midst of the parish community. The experience and needs of those in each of the mentioned category differ, and so the length of time may vary for each person. Nevertheless, there are certain similarities among all the groups and the process they will experience, and these can be listed as follows. 1. Pre-catechumenate. The first stage is called the period of inquiry or the pre-catechumenate. This is when the individual first expresses an interest in becoming a Christian or a Catholic and begins to explore, with the help of the parish community, what his or her relationship with Christ might be and how that might be enriched and deepened by joining the Christian community. There is no liturgical rite to mark the beginning of this stage. This period of inquiry may last several months or several years and ends either when the inquirer decides against continuing in this direction or when the inquirer feels ready to move on and the community is prepared to welcome him or her. 2. The catechumenate. The second stage is called the catechumenate, and for the unbaptized mentioned already, who are now called catechumens, should last no less than 1 full year. For the baptized but uncatechized, the period should be a similar length. For the candidates for full communion, this stage could well be much shorter. Catechesis for this period is rooted in the lectionary and the word as it is proclaimed in the midst of the community. This is also a time for the catechumen or candidate to learn how to live as a Catholic Christian. This period ends when the catechumens and candidates express their desire to receive the sacraments of initiation and the community acknowledges their readiness. Number 3. Purification and enlightenment. The third stage is the period of purification and enlightenment and coincides with Lent. During this time, the elect, formerly the catechumens and the candidates, enter into a period of intense preparation and prayer, which includes the 3 public celebrations of the scrutinies and is marked by the presentations of the Creed and the Lord's Prayer. The rite of election and the call to continuing conversion are celebrated at the beginning of this stage. This period ends with the celebration of baptism, confirmation, and Eucharist at the Easter Vigil. Note, only the elect are baptized. All the groups are confirmed and welcomed to the table. And number 4, Mystagogy. The 4th stage is the period of post-baptismal catechesis or Mystagogy. At this time, the newly initiated explore their experience of being fully initiated through participation with all the faithful at Sunday Eucharist and through appropriate catechesis. The period formally lasts through the Easter season and may be marked by a parish celebration on or near Pentecost. On a more informal level, Mystagogy is a lifelong process, one that all Christians are engaged in, as well as work to deepen our sense of what it means to live the Christian life. It is important to note that those who fall into the 3rd category, candidates for full communion, do not always need to take part in the full process, especially if they have been actively living the Christian life in another denomination. They are likely in need of very little catechesis and may be welcomed into the church on any Sunday after a short period of preparation. I am interested. What should my first step be? Contact your nearest Catholic priest. Your Catholic priest can discuss with you the specifics of the initiation process at your local parish. Know that the prayers of 1.3 billion Catholics around the world are with you as you complete your journey. Best wishes, and God bless you.